Am I live? Okay, yeah, there we go. I see the backup. Hey guys, how you doing? I don't have a green screen tonight. Rearranged the office, so sorry about seeing the mess behind me, or not. Maybe you can't. Then it'll be great. But sorry about the the box around me. So tonight, what are we doing for the live stream? Tonight we are finishing up this imp. I'm really excited about this guy. He's going to be the second character, or potentially the third, depending on how we want to, number our characters. But he's going to be the second character in some upcoming animations that we're working on. And so tonight we will be unwrapping and baking some textures. We will be creating clothing, and we will be then rigging up the character when all is said and done to actually work on him. So, with all of that said, thanks for tuning in, and I guess let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here, we're going to take these eyes, and I'm going to move them outside of that collection there, and just let's go ahead and make a new collection for the actual character. His name is Lightfoot. Put him into Lightfoot as well as our retopped character, and then so go and hide that. So what I want to do here is just create a duplicate of all of these objects. So I'll just Shift D, leave it in place, and then Control J to join them all into one object. Well, actually, maybe I need to okay, yeah, I got some modifiers that I need to work on. Hey, Fable, how you doing tonight? And you know what? For those who might be watching this later, let's turn on screencast keys and be done with it. All right, so these duplicate ears here, I guess, yeah, let's go ahead and apply. Dylan Newman, welcome to the stream. Feels like ages since my last stream. Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks since I streamed. I'm trying to get back into a more consistent thing, but I have been kind of in a weird place mentally lately. I think the layout of my office, as dumb as this is going to sound, I think the layout of my office was making me feel super constrained. And so by the time I would get done with my work day, I wouldn't want to do any streaming or work or any like 3D art or anything. But now that my wife and I rearranged it this last week over Thanksgiving, things feel good again. So I'm going to be streaming on a semi-regular basis and going back to producing videos. I know I hadn't really produced a video in a couple of weeks until this last week. So I'm going to get back into doing that, get back into streaming some regular basis things, and maybe not be as frequent as before, but definitely every other week for sure. And then probably, hopefully every week a stream. But I don't know. I haven't really nailed that thing down yet. I'm just glad to not feel constrained at the end of my day. So, all right, so I got the ears. Let's grab, you know what? Let's go ahead and hide, I guess, all of the originals here. Oh, no, I need that one. Let's hide this one. All right, any modifiers? Nope. Okay, cool. So then we'll grab the ears, and then we'll grab the imp base and Control J them together. This is going to give us one base model that we can create our normals off of. Okay, and then we can bring in the retopped version. Where? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, so I did all the retopology off stream. I'm actually kind of proud of it. It's a pretty good retop, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I think we're good there. So we're going to go ahead and just create some normal maps here for the character before we get into, making their clothing and everything like that. So, Dylan, you get that. You're at work currently and work from home. Sometimes the wall feels like they're closing in. Yeah, like you can kind of see me right now, but literally, like this office, it has probably about 10 to 12 square feet more open space in it now than it did before the weekend, because our desks were like turned. So yeah, and I spend my entire day literally like this. So, just spending your day 90 degrees apart from each other makes it real easy to just say, you know what, I don't want to do any extra work in the office today. So I definitely get that. Yes, books. welcome to the stream. How you doing? Army, yes, I'm definitely alive. How are you doing down in Cali? All right, cool. So let's go ahead and hide the imp base 2. This will be, let's just change the name here. We'll call this combined. All right, and over to the UV editing workspace, and we're just gonna tear off this guy. Make sure we turn on Live Unwrap. If you're not familiar with UVing in Blender, Live Unwrap is super, super helpful when you're creating your UVs. Highly recommend it. You mean with the fires, the Karens, and the high COVID numbers? Somehow I'm surviving. Well, good for you, Army. Yeah, the kind of pandemic's kind of gotten out of control again, which is really upsetting because my wife and I aren't going to be able to go back and see our families this year, and they are, shall we say, not happy about it. All right, do I still have the mirror modifier on? I do. So there we go. That means I'm only having to create half the UVs here, and that's okay. Everything except the head I really want to keep you know, the same anyway. So you look a lot younger with short facial hair. Yeah, I know, dude. I tried to get my wife to like just trim it, you know? Like I didn't want to lose it. I just wanted to take like some off the sides, and then I turned my head and she like reset her arm and then just took a chunk off the back of my beard, you know, back here. And I was like, well, at this point I just got to take it all off. So I took it all off. It was like 7 or 8 months of hair growth. So now I gotta regrow it, but it'll be okay. She maintains that it would have been fine. I don't know if you can hear her in the background, but she says it would have been fine. I tend to disagree. But you know what? What are we gonna do? Nothing. Oh, oops, let's do. You know what? I think I am gonna have to apply this modifier before we go any further. So let's go back to object mode here and apply the mirror modifier. I think that'll also help us when we get into rigging later on, because things won't be getting super messed up. Yeah, I haven't seen my family in almost a year either. I think we made both our parents cry. Like both our moms cried when they found out that we weren't coming home. And that was really heartbreaking. But it was like, you know what? It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best. We'll see you guys once the vaccine is out. 6 months time, it'll be okay. There we go. And let's increase the auto smoothing here. I think probably something around 75, maybe. There we go, I guess. What's going on in this weird corner here? I don't know. Let me check something before we go any further. Let me check some face orientation. Just make sure everything is as it should be. Yep, okay. Cool, I guess. So I'm not sure why it's looking weird in that corner there, but it'll be okay. I don't think anybody will really notice. But maybe they will. I don't know. Come for a holiday in Australia, COVID's almost non-existent here. Right, but here's this thing, Dylan. If we came for a holiday to Australia, then, you know, we might bring COVID with us. So, wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, what's going on with that weird transition? Let me see the normals here. What have I got? You know what I think it is? I think Nope, that did not help. So, alright. Well, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe if I have to really worry about it, I'll worry about it later. Okay, and now let's go ahead and unwrap again. Where is this face? What is this? Oh, I accidentally created a face on the inside. Just delete that. It ain't a problem. Mark that as a seam as well. And then we're going to go ahead and just pull off these ears here. Cool. Everyone who enters the country goes into a hotel lockdown for 2 weeks. Yeah, so, you know, so I'd have to spend 2 weeks of my vacation on my holiday in a hotel room. That doesn't sound great. King Wolfman, welcome to the stream. Can you learn sculpting with only self-taught? Absolutely. Yes, you can. And if you want assistance on that journey, you can always come to these streams, or you can check out my sculpting playlist for Blender. It'll teach you a lot of the sculpting tools that you need, and then really all you need to do to sculpt is just sculpt. And then you'll get better at it over time. But yeah, there's nothing, you don't have to be professionally taught to do sculpting. You know, you might, well, you're probably going to need a degree, but not necessarily a degree in 3D art. If you're wanting to do a professional thing, you probably just need a degree and then some like actual training or a really good portfolio. All right, so we got some red stuff going on in the ear here. That's okay. We'll let's just kind of take this all the way to the end. Mark that as a seam. And that kind of patches a lot of that up. So let's do that again. This side. And then the only real problem here is probably going to be on the back of these ears, because these, yeah, honestly, they didn't generate properly. I can go back in and fix that if I want to, but yeah, I don't care that much. Odyssey, welcome to the stream. How you doing? What's going on? Is there... Oh, there are a few weird spaces here and here. So, you know what? Let's take care of the one on the inside of the mouth, because I don't care about the ones elsewhere. So, I think this one is Alt, yeah. Man, I'm probably going to have to do this nose, too. You took my advice about sculpting Pokemon to get better while starting out. Actually made a Mewtwo you're pretty proud of. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad. Dude, you know what? Sculpting Pokemon really is one of the first things that people should do to get started, because they're super simple to sculpt. So there you go, King Wolfman. Once you get started sculpting, sculpt Pokemon. They're very simple shapes. You'll get used to creating the basic shapes using your sculpting brushes, and then, you know, you'll improve over time. Alright, I feel like the nose needs to... maybe this... you know what? I guess it really doesn't matter, because... I mean, I don't think it matters. Right? Because you're not going to put a ton of detail on the nose. It's just going to be the same skin color as everything else. So, you know what? That's okay if it's there. And then that's going to be kind of like a pink on the inside, so I don't really care about that either. Not a ton of detail going in either of those places. So as far as I'm concerned, the mouth is good on the stretching. So there we go. Cool. And I guess now it's time to just kind of pull off the rest of this. So take the shoulder, mark a seam, select mirror selection, Control Shift M. All right, I'm gonna have to remember that. There we go. So we've pulled off both arms. That's good. We'll take both arms down to wrist, and then Control Shift M, mirror that selection, and mark another seam. And then we can just select along the inner arm here. Or maybe we could have done, you know, the back arm, but I'm okay with the inner arm. That's fine. Control-Shift-M. And once again, mark a seam. All right, and I think the hips kind of stop here, so... Ooh, but we have the tail. So let's pull the tail off in its entirety. No, okay, I guess I just want the base of the seam here. Or the base of the tail, there we go, mark that as a seam. And you know what, just in case something goes wrong, let's go ahead and clean up any faces. Okay, I did remove 4 vertices, that's gonna be fine. Clean some stuff up. What do I think about the new features in Blender 2.91, especially at sculpting? Couldn't tell you. I'm still using 2.90. I think. Yep, still using 2.90. I haven't taken a look into 2.91. They've been producing versions at such a pace that I don't have any desire to keep up, which is I guess a little weird. But like I don't see a reason yet to go back. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, let's switch back to some vertexes here because we got 2 at the center. It's M, merge that at center. Okay, let's grab all of them. Cool. Perfect. Nilesh, welcome to the stream. Nilesh, sorry if I mispronounced your name. What should you do when you want to start a human character sculpt? Like the first step, you always get stuck. So you could, Nilesh, what I would say is you want to start out with the very, very base model. So there are 2 ways to sculpt in Blender. One I'm much more preferable to, and one that I absolutely can't stand. But I've done both, and I'll tell you that it's kind of up to you. So what you want to do first is you want to block out your character. That's it. So you want to get the basic shape on what your character is going to look like. So there are 2 ways to do that. You can start by creating individual objects like spheres for the head and then a cylinder for the neck and, you know, maybe a cube or a rectangle for the torso or whatever. And you can start by kind of blocking it out and maybe modeling those pieces a little bit, but you can kind of keep each piece separately. Or you can do what I like to do at the beginning of each of my character streams and create a skin modifier, skin mesh modifier. How is the music volume for you guys? So you know, just so I know. Because I thought it was at what it was usually at, but the music has been playing really loud in my ears, and I just want to know if that's on my side or if it's coming through the stream. Okay. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you can start with the skin modifier. Check out one of my streams to do that. I generally, like with this imp character, I did the skin modifier a couple of different times. One for the tail, one for the torso. But basically every character that I've done, I'll do the skin modifier. Just because it's faster. Oh, the voice needs to come up a little bit? All right. Let me see what I can do. Maybe I just need to talk into my mic instead of being super far away. Is that better, Odyssey? I just never know quite how close I need to be, you know, for it. And then, you know, the setup changes every time and whatever. But let me know if that's better. Okay, so we'll just talk really close to the mic. I won't do any ASMR, I promise. But my apologies if there's some mouth sounds that get you. All right, and you know what? I think we're gonna take the inside off. But also, Nilesh, on my channel, I have a character creation course, and so the very, very first video in there is setting up a base mesh for that. And so if you follow that along, you'll be able to create the base mesh for your character. But if you get stuck there and you're just like, I don't quite understand what he's doing, you can check some of the comments, or you can check out one of my live streams when I did character creation, or you can totally betray me and go to a different channel where a great teacher named Grant Abbott and check out his base mesh episode, because his is also very, very good. You know, so either check out my streams or the character creation course, or betray my channel and go to Grant Abbott, and you'll have a great teacher over there as well. So check out his base mesh or mine or whatever. But that's how I think you get started. Block out your character and then get into some sculpting once you've applied your modifiers. And I hope that helps. All right, I think the torso kind of goes all the way there. Let's go ahead and mark that as a seam. Let's take this a little further back. I think maybe right there. No, it should probably be even, right? Right down the middle. We'll also drop the music down just a little bit just to help out the voice thing. You can confirm that Grant Abbott is a great teacher and asset, but I think he shines more on hard surface. I prefer the sculpting here. Aw, thank you. Yeah, Grant Abbott is a wonderful teacher. I love like learning from him and improving based off his stuff. His stuff on hand-painted textures honestly changed my game completely. Oh, those are not great. Those lines are not great. You know what? Hold on real quick, guys. We're gonna go back in here real quick. And let's bring in the imp base again. And we're just gonna go back into retopo flow real quick. Oh, and I guess let's go over to the, let's leave this. And go over to the modeling workspace and turn on retopo flow. Yeah, so Nilesh, do you sculpt in orthographic or perspective? Because I have found that if you sculpt in perspective, you're going to have a lot better view overall, but when you click into a particular view, like if you want to view from the front, you switch into orthographic mode. So you should never switch into orthographic mode at all to ever do sculpting, because otherwise things are going to look weird when you switch over to perspective. All right. I like Spanish, but that's not an acoustic version of the song. All right, cool. So if you guys haven't checked out Retopo Flow, I'm going to be honest, it is one of the greatest tools out there for retopology. And I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I thought I had cleaned this model up already, but apparently I've missed some spots. So we're just going to get in here real quick and just kind of clean this stuff up. So the tool Retopology is, or the Retopoflow tool is a great asset for sure, but it's also like 70 bucks. So I get that not everybody would want to afford it, but it's definitely worth it. All right, you know what? Let's do something because I don't want to accidentally mess this up. So let's go into edit mode here, or X-ray, turn on the ears, make sure there's the tail base is back. Look at the vertices and everything on that side. Go ahead and delete. All right, make sure symmetry is turned on for the x-axis here. And maybe we just need to clean this up. I don't like that. Let's make an edge loop coming in through here. Here, let's just grab this, delete that vertex. Sorry guys, I know I didn't want to do any retopology or whatever, but I could not continue looking at that thing. It was bad. Do I have any videos on retopology, rigging, and posing? I do have some videos on retopology for in the character course. You check that playlist out. There's one for retopologizing hands, faces, and a shirt. But as far as rigging, no, I don't have anything on rigging yet. There will be one coming out soon. But I don't have one at this moment. All right, so what I'm just gonna do is just make another edge loop here. God, I thought I had checked this already. Oh well. This way it'll get a little bit more representation on the ear and it won't look so weird. There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. Is it perfect? No. But does it have to be? No. There we go. All right, and I don't think there's any weird holes now. So we should be good on that. But let's go back and relax some of these. All right, I think that's good. All right, there we go. Good. And now we can apply that. Okay, do I have duplicate faces? Let's find out. Clean up. Merge by distance. Just one. Oh yeah, that makes the ear look a lot better. Okay. Cool. Oh no, what's going on here? Okay. There we go. Cool. And now I think that's good. I don't think there's any more duplicate faces that could be causing us issues. So now, let's reapply. Go ahead and save. We're good to go. Nope, that's a bad way to unwrap a foot. Let's see where we're at. What is this face? Okay, that's on the hand. Cool. Hands are easy. All right, cool. And the last thing we need to unwrap are these feet here. So I think we'll kind of do the same thing. Let's go ahead and select all the way around the bottom. Mark that as a seam. Yep, and that is good enough for me, I think. All right, cool. Now let's do a little bit of UV arranging. I think just to make this all a little bit easier. To read. I wonder why. I wonder why one side of the head is significantly more stretched than the other. I'm not a fan. But maybe I can. Ah, okay. It's probably a mouth bag piece then. You guys wouldn't happen to know why there's some weird stretching on like half this head, would you? I guess like it's the outside and the neck, and there's not going to be a ton of details there, so it doesn't really matter. But there's just some weird stretch. Like this side is just not being symmetrically unwrapped, and I don't know why. Oh well, doesn't matter. I guess doesn't really matter. So let's just select everything and unwrap, and then I just want to set this to 0.003 just to give me some decent stuff there. And actually, let's go ahead and separate these right here. That's the last seam that I think needs to come out of there. All right, and then let's just make this a little bit easier to read. So, grab the islands, start with the face. Then this is the chest, which I guess we'll put right underneath the head. That's fine. And then this is the back. It's got a tail, the tail section. The next large piece, actually, you know what? Let's move both of these over here. Can I? It will not fit if I do it like that. All right, so back under here you go, I guess. All right, and then this is the leg. Something like that. That's okay. Or maybe we flip it. Lame Tarts Art, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. All right, then the next largest piece is the tail. So we'll come in here with the tail. You know what? Can we fit this in the bottom? I think we can. We can put it right there, I guess. This is an ear. We'll bring this up here where the head is. All right. And then what do we need? We need the feet are the next. No, this is, what is this, an arm? Okay, so this is the arm. Just stop by and say hi. You're doing good. I'm glad you're doing all right, Lame Tart, and thanks for stopping by. After decades of not touching Blender, you finally sat down to sculpt a head. It's unfinished, but you're really happy with it. That's good, man. I'm glad you get back into it. All right, so these are the bottom of the feet. So we can put them, I guess, just right down here. It's fine. And then, oh, those are the top of the feet. Okay, so then these are the bottom of the feet. I don't know what this is. Oh, these are some extra faces here, aren't they? All right, cool. Let's just delete those vertices. All right, so I guess we had some double faces there. And that didn't unwrap everything again. So, man, all that hard work. That's okay. At least we cleaned up our model a bit. All right, here we go. We have the back. And the torso. And then we have a leg. You know what, this, I guess that side is flatter, so. You know what, that's probably okay. Just like that. Yeah, and I guess I didn't really have to do this, but it'll help me. I guess when I go to paint this and bake it, it'll make the model make sense. There you go. And we'll just scale up the head so that we get a little bit bigger space here to apply textures to the face. You know what? Let's undo that. There we go. That's fine. And then we'll just put the mouth bag in there. Just like that. All right, and I think that's good. Cool. So now let's bake some normal maps. So go to, I guess let's go to the texture paint workspace. I'm gonna need some textures here. There we go. Make sure to name your materials before you create your texture slots. There we go. Color grid. Boom. Done. Oh yeah, and that's because it gets super stretched right there, which is okay. All right, and now we want a normal map, same color. Let's grab this hex value though, just in case we need to fix anything. Hit OK. All right, cool. So now I can grab the imp base combined and then select the imp, go over to cycles, bake. We want to bake the normal map, select it to active. Let's set the margin at, I don't know, 10 pixels. That should be fine. And I don't know, extrude maybe like that. Set the max ray distance at 3. That should be okay. All right. And it's currently at 23% baking, so it's just going to continue to bake, and then we'll be seeing how it appears when it's all said and done. All right, how'd it go? Probably went bad around that mouth bag. I can see that definitely going bad, but it also went bad around the lips, which I'm not a huge fan of. Let's see what this. Okay. A lot of that is good, but we got so much of that other junk around there that we got to clean up. So let's go back to the baking. And let's extrude one more. 0.3. Oh, okay. Try again. Yeah, so with a 4K texture, this can take a little bit, but it's not too terribly slow. I feel like that made it, well, maybe worse a little bit. But the face stuff is really good. It's just this, once it starts getting into the extra weirdness. But we'll clean that up manually, I guess. I'm not super worried about it. The rest of it's really good. So, alright. So that's why we grabbed that thing. So let's go ahead and save. And then make sure we save our texture here. Alright, and then we'll grab the color. And we'll just touch up these normals as needed. But we can also, what is that? This is the smear brush, right? Yeah. We can also just smear out. The junk we don't want to see on our texture. Yeah, and that's going to be inside the eye there. So once it gets to that point, I guess I don't really care. There we go. All right, cool. So let's check out how this looks. And hide that. And let's see. Let's switch back over to Eevee. And you know what? Let's apply a base color. Maybe that'll help us see it better. So back to the texture paint workspace. Grab the imp base color. Fill brush. And we think we're going to go with a gray for him. So let's add a new palette here. And let's make sure the bleed is 5 pixels. All right, and there we go. He looks pretty good. And those normal maps look like they came attached really nicely, which is what we wanted. Perfect, I think. All right, cool. So we're gonna leave the base, the rest of the texture for later. So let's get into working on his clothing now that we have some textures applied. I wonder if we applied a subdivision surface modifier. See, I want to see all edges. I want to see wireframe. All right, cool. So the normals have been baked. Let's get on to some clothing. I think we're good on that. All right. So okay, and we're gonna do Shift A. Let's add in. So we'll add in a circle here, and let's take this down to, I don't know, 12. I think that's probably good. Okay, so we've got some weirdness going on with the texture up in here. I gotta look at that, I guess. But for now, let's go ahead. These are the pants. And this little guy is gonna be wearing some harem style pants. So we'll turn clipping on here. And then we'll just scale it down just a little bit further. Why won't you extrude for me? Typhoon, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Let's go ahead and bridge that there. There we go. Yeah, you're practicing sculpting. What are you working on? All right, I think it's roughly at this point that we would have oh man, I crossed over. There we go. Yeah, I think it's roughly about this point that these pants would connect, creating the actual harem style pant that we want them to have. So Typhoon, what things do you like to sculpt? Kartik, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, so I guess at this point we would want to connect these. Or, you know what, we could take these up like a little bit higher. Let's do that. Let's take these up a little bit higher so that they're kind of harem pants, but they're not the full like Aladdin style. All right, cool. Is that face upside down? It is not. Okay, perfect. Okay, I've definitely got to let's scale this down just a little bit. Okay, cool. So that one needs to go all the way up. All right, so if that's the middle face there, I got 1, 2, and then the third one needs to go all the way around. Middle face, 1, 2. All right, there we go. He's got some harem pants. It's not a bad gig here. Scale that in. And you know what? Let's go to materials. Let's make a new one. We'll call it clothing. And for now, I'm just gonna kind of make it a purple. That's fine. Oh, that's the subsurface color. Whoops, whatever. I can put that back. How about the base color? All right, so harem pants are basically finished. Let's move on. I'm gonna give him some forearm armor. Yeah, I think that'll work. He's got very, very tiny forearms, so we won't have to do a whole lot here, but he does need some type of forearm armor because this guy is gonna be the assassin, and I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to get him to wield a scimitar at some point. And the scimitar will likely be as long as his body, which I think will be comical. All right, so we want another 12-sided circle here, and we'll move this up and over. Here we go. And mirror modifier, mirror our imp. That's fine. Okay, so realistically, his arm armor is going to, like, it's really only going to be like here to there. Pretty much it. So now the question is, do I want him to have wraps or like actual kind of greave-like armor? And I like the idea of having some type of greave-like armor. So let's even take this. And let's see the normals. What are the edge normals here? Yeah, that's not going to help me at all. Let's do this, I guess. Just these two, please. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's basically it, I guess. Go ahead and do this. This one now will be a belt. I guess these are bracers, I guess. Okay. All right, and I don't want a cylinder. Well, I guess maybe I do want a cylinder. UV sphere. Let's add in a sphere here. Rotate that 90 degrees on the x-axis. There we go. I don't need that. Let's drop that down to 16, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. And let's drop the radius way down. Because let's go back in X-ray here. Alright, we want to proportional edit this, connected only. So let's grab this edge ring here and scale that out. There we go, just so that kind of flattens out there. And then we'll give him like a giant kind of circular belt buckle here. And delete that vertice. Can we grid fill this? Yes, we can. There we go. Oh, it's going to be a little weird if his tail comes through his belt, huh? Yes, books. Are we doing an open vest? Actually, we were thinking about keeping him shirtless. And then maybe putting, like, some tattoos on his chest and shoulders. The final piece of clothing for him will be a cloak, though, because he's an assassin. So he's going to wear these kind of pants, and then he's got his bracers or whatever. And then if he's going to wear maybe a sword belt or whatever, it'll be for a scimitar. Otherwise, he'll have assassin daggers attached to his belt. Which actually, I think I just need, that means I think I need to grab all of these faces here. And the Robino. Or maybe not. Maybe I just need to grab these top faces and extrude up. All right, and let's create a vertex group here. Assign. Cool. And then we'll solidify. And I want to only solidify the belt section. I'll do kind of a thicker belt. There we go. Do like some type of brass belt buckle or something like that. And then for the final piece for him, what we need is a cloak. So this time we will add in a cylinder. Add in a bunch of loop cuts around the side here. And then we'll kind of just conform this down to his body. Something like that. Which looks kind of dumb, but don't worry. We will fix it by just getting rid of all these. So we don't need these faces here or here. And I guess we can go ahead and delete that as well. I am definitely going to have to deflate this for sure. But, maybe not. Let's... Okay, cool. So we're just trying this. And then let's grab the... Nope, I don't want the grab brush. Let's grab the inflate brush. And kind of deflate the cloak. I will be adding a cloth simulator to it, yeah. But I just want to get this, I just want to get it closer so that I can more easily work with it. Yeah, he does have a mouth. If you look real close, you can see there's his mouth. He does not have lips, though. The imps in our world do not have lips. Oh, they don't have teeth and stuff right now. They will before it's all said and done. Yeah. All right, so I kind of see what, I kind of see where that's coming from. Let's check out the layout here. And I guess let's do some stuff. Let's add a solidify modifier here. And then a subdivision surface. And then we'll add a collision to our man here. Oh, wait, no, let's go to physics. A collision here. Okay, and then add a cloth to there. Well, we know it did definitely collide. Maybe holes for the ears and tail. Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'll take it into consideration. Definitely maybe a hole for the tail, but I think the idea at first is to just like keep him kind of hidden. I know for a fact his head's got the All right, Blender's kind of breaking. Hole for the ear like Wind Runner in Warcraft, maybe. And Nilesh, so it's sometimes better to apply modifier, sure, but I'm not fully satisfied with how everything is looking at the moment. And considering this is more of just a quick test run, I don't want to apply my modifiers yet. But it looks nice. Duplicate it and then apply them. Yeah, alright, let's give that a shot. Let's call this Cloak. Whoa. Alright, Cloak 001 has just died on me. I wonder if it's the collisions. Okay, yeah, and I don't have any property or field weights. There used to be a thing where I could say, okay, bake. Where I could bake in a certain number of like frames, and I could just like, all right, hey, bake this. But oh, maybe it's cache. There we go. Here, let's bake 100 frames. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, well. Now we gotta wait till it's finished. Yeah, doing cloths and stuff is something that I've only done a couple of times. It's not something I'm super good at. Oh, really? Nope. Spacebar does nothing. But it's okay. We're done baking. So now we can delete all the bakes. Drop the bending way down. Let's drop it down to 1. I don't quite know what that does, but I'm going to trust Nilesh. And bake again. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. I mean, I definitely don't see any changes, but it's okay. I will play around with that. We'll get it done before I introduce the character in an animation. There's I got a tutorial series on like how to make realistic cloth and stuff like that, so I'll probably have to just revisit that for the cloak. I'm not gonna bother with it for the pants and arm guards and stuff, but for the cloak we'll go back and do that. Yeah, nothing's changing, and that's okay. So I got 10 frames left, and then we'll make the yeah, delete all the bakes. There we go. Save. Cool. All right. I could definitely see... I can definitely see maybe like a split, like here to here. Splitting. Yeah, I can see that for sure. And then do something like this. Yeah, I'm good with that. Good idea on the split cloak. All right, this music's kind of bleh, right? Let's find some house music, I think. Oh, there's a thing called YouTube House. Really? There we go. All right, there we go. That's fine. And let's kind of put some shoes on them real quick. We'll do some split toe. Split toe shoes. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to... There we go. All right, now with everything raised up, Now I can go ahead and create the parenting relationship here. Have you guys played around with the extrude manifold tool yet? Alright, I don't think I like that. Let's undo. Extrude manifold feels like it should have been implemented a long time ago. It just feels like it makes sense as a basic tool. But then again, you're pretty new to Blender. Yeah, you know what? I can see that, but the extrude manifold tool does, I don't know, it does have the potential to let you end up not having complete quads, but I haven't played around with it a whole lot enough to know how it solves that problem. There we go. All right, and just like that. So I'm thinking something like that. And now let's check on the subdivision service modifier. All right, I think that's kind of what I want to go for, but I want it to feel less blocky. Kind of more cloth-like. Huh. That's what I want. Or that's something like what I want. That's not what I want. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that his feet are super blocky anyway. So, put a rim around it. You think that might help? So I was thinking maybe we keep it flat, like a almost like a slip-on or something. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Let's see. There's no harm in giving it a shot, right? Let's go ahead and save. There we go. I don't know. Red Dragon Games, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? The first time you thought it was Yoda? On that, that's fine. I don't know. I'll keep playing around with those shoes. That's fine. But I guess now go ahead and select everything here. And I want to turn off those gizmos. They don't mean anything to me. And then auto rig. So what we're going to do is add an armature. So we'll click and then do human. Oh, nope. Hold on a second. Where is it? Okay, I wonder if it's because they're parented. So let's clear the parenting. There we go. Cool, so we'll add the neck. This is one of those things I picked up an extension or an add-on called Auto Rig Pro. It's on sale. Well, it was on sale this last weekend if you didn't pick it up. Whoops. But it's also something that's really, really cool. And it's going to basically do all of my rigging for me. There's the chin. Add the shoulders. We'll put that there. Let's look at this from the right-hand side. Yep, we're good. The wrists are there. Roughly, I think. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we want to find 3 fingers. Yep, so we only want to find 3 fingers. Oh, okay, and then, yeah, we want to definitely do a facial setup here. Ah, good point. Good point. We want to find 4 fingers. Okay, definitely want to hide that cloak because it's not going to be important. Have I ever used Armory Painter? I did once or twice, and eventually. Whoa, whoa! What am I pulling there? But after, oh, it's because I'm extruding. Yeah, I have used Armory Painter, but once Blender went PBR textures, I just kind of was like, you know what? There's no need for Armory Painter. So I'll just stick in Blender. Alf, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. Alright, and let's see how well this facial lock finds everything. Oh, did it not? Did you subscribe via this this stream, Nilesh, or did you subscribe on my channel page? And I don't know. Sometimes the Streamlabs software is finicky as far as which ones it finds and which ones it doesn't. All right, I think we're good on the facial setup. There are 2 eyeballs. Oh, no, 1 eyeball. And we want to select the eye here, I guess. All right, so if we hit go, and I did this correctly, which I might not have. Give it a moment, and it will set up our character rig for us. Okay, and I don't care about the cloak. There we go. I do need to add a tail though, so let's add in a tail. Yeah, dude, Auto Rig Pro is awesome. Just like it will just straight up generate a mesh for you. Okay, and then let's put this to active element. I'll just kind of rotate down. All right, cool. So it looks like we're all good. The only things I might want to do is move this over just a bit. We'll do something like that, I think. All right, and then if we did everything correctly again, I should just be able to hit match to rig. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we match to rig, let's do this. Hide the cloak. I don't want you. Shoot, I missed a step. There is a step 4. No, you go to skin. Bind. Now I should be able to match to rig. And if I did it correctly, yeah, buddy. All right. Oh, wait, whoa. What happened? What happened with this tail here, back here? Why didn't the tail go? Weird. Them options. Let's go. Alright, that's probably a better way to handle that anyway. All right, and then yep, bind the meshes to the rig. Oh, you know what? Let's undo that. What do I have to create the rig first? Because it's not telling me to do the bones. So let's do match to rig. There we go. And guess what? Tab. Nope. There we go. So we'll select everything. Yeah. All right, and now we can go and bind. Booyah. Booyah. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's some... Okay, so I messed up on the rig a little bit. That's okay. Yeah, and definitely some of these need to be fixed a little bit, especially with how small this guy is, but kind of works. I'm pretty sure we filled this guy with a... There we go. Maybe I just never saved. All right, and so while the weight paints definitely do need some adjustment, I think we're good. And I need to work on the cloth a little bit, but I think we're good. Yeah, that's doing pretty good, I think. Cool. All right, we're almost to the point where I can do a little animation and introduce him officially to you guys, which is where I wanted to be tonight by the time we finish the stream. So I think where we're at. What time is it? We've been up 2.5 hours. Yeah, I think I'm good. This is my This is how did it end up with the mouth? Let's check some of that. Oh, that's a nose. It's a cheek. Okay, so the rig definitely has some issues there, especially with the chin and the jawbone, because it should be able to open up, but it can't. And it should be able to control the nose a little bit better, but it's not doing that either. So I've got some weight painting stuff that needs to be done. Yeah, definitely have some weight painting stuff that needs to be worked on. But I think we're good. Yep, cool. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to play around with this rig a little bit more. I'm going to finish up the textures and stuff on this stuff, and then I'll have the character. But you guys should see a post on YouTube coming up by the end of this week, hopefully, if I can convince myself to work on it. But by this weekend, showing kind of the progress of where we're at with the imp character. So, yeah, and then hopefully maybe we'll get a little animation introducing the guy. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it, you guys, for hanging out and subbing if you subbed. And otherwise, I will try to be back next week. I'm going to get back into streaming on a regular basis again, as well as creating content videos. So I'm in the middle of editing. I hate editing, so I'm gonna work on it, but I hate editing. So thanks for hanging out, everybody, and I will see you guys